fur baby that thinks he's human? Let me know.
I've had a dog my entire life. I love how sweet they are and how unconditionally they love. But Jake is an Australian cattle dog. Sometimes they call them blue healers. We had a red one before. Her name was Aggie, and when she died, I thought my heart would never heal. Our Aggie girl was something special. She loved to play ball. She loved her sprinkler. She loved cookies. She was something.
That, huh?
She used to go from one side to the other, thinking that she could make the sprinkler stop going. It was quite entertaining. And like Jake, she used to let us dress her up, although she didn't always enjoy it.
Okay, so I wanted to tell you a little bit more about Aggie and Jake. So Aggie was the sweetest cattle dog I thought that ever lived. She would even herd my kids by keeping them in the yard. She would run circles around them. If I said, Aggie, don't let the kids leave the yard, she was worth her weight in gold. Memorial Day weekend, 4 years ago, she took a fall down the stairs, and we thought she had broken her leg. And the doctor said no, it was her shoulder. But then we found out really quickly that her front shoulders, her front legs were keeping her back legs up. Her back legs were just crumbling. It was so... By the end of the weekend, we knew that it was best for her. We would be loving her best by having her put down, and it was devastating. I told Miller we needed another dog, and it had to be another cattle dog, and he said he wasn't ready. I explained to him that he was just about done with school and was going to be deployable, that my girls were graduating, I would be alone, and that was not cool. So I came home and started looking for a breeder like right away. I found 2 in our area, and one contacted me back like right away, and she said she had puppies, but they were all spoken for.
And so she said that they would repeat the breeding process, they would have puppies in January, blah, 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 blah. I finally got Miller on board for January.
She told us to find her on Facebook and start following her, that she would never sell her puppies to anybody she didn't know. We should get to know her, she should get to know us, and so I did. He was perfect. He was blue, he had this patch on one side. He was just perfect. He was everything I was looking for, and I wanted this puppy so bad. During this time, Miller was on a school of choice program through the military where he was just going to school full time and not going into the office. We had time for a puppy. You see what I'm saying? Sometime in mid-September, I got an email from her saying, hey, I suddenly have a 12-week-old blue male available if you want him. So I told Miller that she had a pup available for us for $500, and he said, Katie, we don't have the money. We just paid for college tuition. But I said, but Miller, I have $200 in the puppy fund. And he was like, you have a puppy fund? I know, right? You guys, when I got there and I realized this is the puppy I had been in love with all summer long, I knew he was going to be ours. And she shook my husband's hand. She said, I've been watching what you do in the community. I want to thank you for serving our country, to my husband. And she said, he's yours if you want him. We tried to pay her at least what was in our puppy fund and then a little bit more at that time and give her the rest later because we wanted to pay her, and she sent it back with this card. Now remember, I said God will put this dog in our house, okay? She put in papers long before she ever knew she was going to give him away. He was named long before that, okay? His name on the papers is Kirpus's Divine Promise. So if you ever wonder why there are more photos and more videos on Snapchat and Facebook of my dog than my kids, because I promised Cheryl I would repay her with a lifetime of photos like she asked. Let's pray. Lord, thank you for my food. Thank you for my family. Thank you for having Miss Cheryl make sure that I had Mommy and Daddy for my real life. All right, you ready to go to the creek, Jake, and go get your treat? You ready to go?
Look at Mama's.
You ready to go?
Hi.
Jake, where are you going?
Big. Not yet.
No, she's not going to be that big, though.
My dog drinks water out of a cup because he thinks he's human.
But it's a Starbucks cup.
It's high class.